Hi everyone, I thought it was about time I did a video to cover what has been happening in the private rented sector over the recent days and weeks. Now, what I'm going to cover here is just for England. So the situation in Wales and Scotland is progressing slightly differently, and I'll probably cover those in a different video. So what we're talking about here is just for England. So there have been two related announcements recently. The first is that housing courts are going to remain closed for another 4 weeks. So they were due to reopen on the 24th of August, and you might have seen my previous video on the new civil proceedings around new rules that landlords have to follow in order to reactivate their Section 21 and Section 8 notices when housing courts do open. Unfortunately, a last-minute decision has meant that housing courts now remain closed for another 4 weeks. They're not due to reopen until the 20th of September, so we'll have to wait and see if this does actually occur on that date or if they're going to be closed for some time longer yet. The second announcement relates to notice periods. So under the Coronavirus Act, which was brought in March, notice periods for both Section 21 and Section 8 were extended to 3 months. And the government has recently announced that these notice periods are now going to be extended to 6 months. Now, I've had a quick look at the government website. There's no indication yet of the date when that's going to be brought in. So if you've issued a notice during lockdown with a 3-month period, then hopefully that still stands when courts reopen in September. It's unusual for governments to make legislation or new rules apply retrospectively. So if you've already issued a Section 21 or Section 8 notice with a 3-month deadline, then hopefully that still applies. But if you are looking to ask a tenant to leave for whatever reason, then you will be looking at a minimum of a 6-month notice period before you can even start to take court action. So now it's more important than ever to make sure that we've got the right tenants in our properties. If you've got any questions on how to vet tenants or you want any help with your property management, then just drop us a message and we'd be happy to help.